This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me. And first and foremost, I just want to say, this is not about hate, okay? This is critical commentary, all right? Now, if you was there for my live or my last video, we've been talking about how white supremacy plays a major role in all of the stuff that's going on here. We even broke down white supremacy, what it looks like, all that good stuff, right? The crazy thing is, new information from Pusha T came out today that points even more evidence in that direction. Because some people were questioning what we were talking about yesterday, and I think this is a perfect scenario to break down what white supremacy looks like when somebody like Drake is wielding it. So more of this interview was coming out, right? Read this, bruh. They said, when you started to hear objections to the Lamar verse on the Clips album, where were they coming from, right? They say UMG has this department where they review lyrics. So it was that department. The real reason that department is there is to protect the artist and the label from lawsuits for copyright infringement, right? They do it for all the labels. Some labels adhere to it closer than others. Let's say you interpolate somebody else's song. That department is there to make sure that the song is properly cleared. It's not meant to be like, you said XYZ about XYZ, so we're not gonna release the music. So he's basically saying that this department isn't even supposed to be doing stuff like this. They're supposed to be making sure there's no copyright infringement, but they use it to censor people. Then goes on to say, yes, what happened on the Pop Smoke song is that UMG thought he was dissing Drake on that song. He wasn't, but they thought he was. Pop Smoke was released on my label, and obviously I managed Pusha. So they came to me and said, we're not gonna put this out now unless you get Pusha to change these lyrics. This is crazy, bro. They've been censoring Pusha for a long time, dog. And then on top of that, they had to pay 7 figures to get out of this deal so they could drop their album, bro. So that they could keep Kendrick Lamar's verse on there without censoring him. They had to pay, what? 7 figures? 7 figures? Just so they can say what they want to say in their music? Are you serious? But then as I was thinking about it, I had to ask myself, right? Has Drake ever tried to censor a non-black artist? Or has Drake only attempted to censor black artists? Now, of course, we have no idea who's been censored because we know everybody hasn't come out yet. But as far as we know, thus far, I don't think Drake has attempted to even censor a non-black artist. Let's think about it. Off the top of my head, Pusha T is right there. Pusha T is right there. He's been doing it for years. Then he tried to censor Kendrick Lamar. That didn't work out, but he tried to censor Kendrick Lamar too. Drake has even played games with somebody as big and as powerful as Beyonce. Beyonce gave her talked about making a whole house album, took the album, dropped it himself. He even played with Beyonce, bruh. And as I was trying to think of a non-black artist that he might have censored, I realized he just called somebody the biggest gangster in the industry not that long ago. Guess who it is? Taylor Swift. The biggest gangster in the industry, according to Drake, is Taylor Swift. I wonder what's the difference between Taylor Swift and the 3 other artists I named. Some would say platform. I just mentioned Beyonce, bro. I just mentioned Beyonce. Even if you want to argue that Taylor is more popular or whatever, the gap is not wide. So what is the difference? This is when we start to talk about what white supremacy really looks like, okay? Some people will say, oh, you're able to get a job. That's proof that white supremacy is gone. That's another one of the arguments and steps that are crafted by white supremacist ideology. You see what I'm saying? In reality, what white supremacy really comes down to is that the people in powerful positions are the ones that can stop you from talking. They can silence you, okay? And usually those people are aligned with whiteness. That's just the reality. Now, that doesn't mean we're here to hate white people. We're here to, no, that's not what this is about. This is a critique on white supremacy as an ideology, not the human beings. You see what I'm saying? The ideology affects the human beings, not the, you know what I'm saying? That's how it happens. It's conditioning. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about hate. It's about recognizing where we're at and recognizing that you see it in all elements everywhere. Just because you see motherfuckers getting Grammys and selling out stadium tours and boom, boom, don't mean it stopped. This system has swallowed the planet. All the way in entertainment, out of entertainment, in the projects, in the burbs, wherever you go. Colorism and the comparison of and using that to justify treating people a certain way is everywhere. It's the dominant ideology in the world. Drake understands that as well, which is why you see shit like this. Yeah, shout out to Taylor Swift, biggest gangster in the music game right now. You know, I moved my album when she dropped. I said that already. Now, of course, there's more layers to this. We can get into deeper detail. We're going to save that for other times. But what it's all rooted in, no matter where you point at, it always comes back to white supremacy. So Drake is aware of this and he uses it to dominate black environments. You see what I'm saying? This is colonizer behavior. This is exactly what colonizers do. Even if we're not talking about the whole, I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss, I give a fuck about all that heritage shit. You rapping like you trying to get the slaves freed. Even if we don't talk about none of that, just the way that he moves in his business practices shows you that his superpower is his assimilation to white supremacy. That's what people need to understand. Drake's superpower is his assimilation to white supremacy. Okay? That is 100% why he is able to censor black men, but you won't see him ever try to censor somebody who is further in line with white supremacy than he is. And think about it. Go ahead and think about it. Yeah, he'll talk crazy about people and all this different stuff and boom, boom, but he don't have the power to shut them up. He don't have the power to shut them up. What we talking about? Let's be real here. He still got nigga in him. And he gonna get that nigga wake up call at some point. You feel me? This dude Drake been dissing Pusha T this whole time, knowing he couldn't respond to him, bruh. That's crazy. Then to try to censor Kendrick Lamar from getting on the album, just keep on. That's crazy, bruh. I think this is the main reason he wanted to see Kendrick contract, because he's trying to figure out how the fuck did this black man get past my attempt to censor him? How did UMG allow a black man to go uncensored? That's what Drake is trying to figure out. I gotta see that contract. What the fuck did he put in that contract to where I can't censor him? I don't care how big Kendrick Lamar is. I should be able to censor him whenever I want, because those are the rules. Those are the rules to white supremacy. Yeah, but you don't really get the same type of rules everybody else get, because you got a little bit of nigga in you. But long story short, this has been Drake's superpower this whole time. Everybody thought they have tricked everybody for years, and the Great Awakening is here. This is a small scale of what the world is really about to go through. This hip hop shit is just a small scale. This is a preview of what the world is about to go through. Pay attention. Like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new. We're going to keep breaking down this subject. We got a lot more to talk about, dating all the way back to Tupac. We got a lot to talk about. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.